प्रॉब्लम नंबर 37। इस प्रॉब्लम को स्टडी करने से पहले यू मस्ट हैव अ नॉलेज रिगार्डिंग जीन थेरेपी। So the question regarding problem number 37 is it justified to perform essential experiments on life-threatening disease as they have potential benefits but they are risky too? क्या हम experiments life-threatening diseases पे कर सकते हैं? No doubt these experiments somehow beneficial for humankind, but at the same time they are risky for the patient as well. तो क्या ये किसी सूरत में भी morally, socially justified है या नहीं? Now let's take an example of a disease known as phenylketonuria. This is a genetic disease caused by the absence of one type of enzyme. This disease can be controlled simply by controlling the diet of the patient, so this is treatable. But there are some life-threatening diseases which are caused by malfunctioning genes. यानी कि genes पूरी तरह से काम नहीं कर रहे. Genes काम तो कर रहे हैं, but they are not normal. They are working at the level which is lower than the normal level. So in such conditions, gene transplant is found to be the best way of curing the genetic disease. Now dealing with the gene transplant, we can face as a physician, as a scientist, we can face with three types of problems. The first problem is that there is no way, especially if the patient is a child, the functioning genes cannot be transplanted in all cells of the human body. हम functioning gene को अगर transplant करना चाहते हैं तो ये पूरे body cells में transplant नहीं हो सकती. It can only be transplanted into the target cell. So gene is targeted into a particular cell. Let's take an example of two diseases in which the gene therapy was found to be very much successful. One is cystic fibrosis and the second disease is known as severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. Cystic fibrosis में हम functioning genes को lung lining cells में transplant करते हैं. While in immunodeficiency disease, the target organ is bone marrow. So, the first problem related to gene transplant is that the gene cannot be targeted to all body cells, and the second problem is that if gene correction takes place, then it will be limited to one generation only. अगर हम जीन करेक्शन पेशेंट में कर देते हैं तो सिर्फ जीन करेक्शन पेशेंट तक ही रहेगी. इट विल नॉट ट्रांसमिटेड टू फ्यूचर जनरेशन. सो the corrected functioning gene is not heritable. It cannot be transferred from one generation to another. So this is the basic problem that we have to face while gene transplantation. The second problem is the use of vectors. हमने जब कभी functioning gene को target cell तक पहुंचाना है, for that we have to make the use of vectors. Now, the most commonly used vectors for gene therapy are the viral vectors. Here, modified viruses are used to carry the functioning genes into the target cell. So here, viruses are again risky for the human beings. The third problem is that whether or not the gene will work properly. जीन अगर हम क्रोमोसोम में इंसर्ट कर देते हैं तो उसके बाद हमें मालूम नहीं कि जीन इंसर्शन के बाद फंक्शनिंग जीन अपना पूरी तरह काम कर रही है या नहीं. जैसे कि सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस जीन थेरेपी में बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स पे ट्रायल किया गया एंड इट वाज फाउंड दैट देयर वाज अ पुअर सिम्पटम रिलीफ. The second problem dealing with the cystic fibrosis gene therapy was that the target cell is the lung cell lining. यहाँ पे lung lining को constantly renew होना चाहिए, for which the treatment is required again and again. So the problem faced by the patient are the repeated treatments that are quite risky for the patient as well. इसके अलावा अगर हम सीवियर कंबाइंड इम्यूनोडेफिशिएंसी सिंड्रोम को देखें तो यहाँ पे टारगेट ऑर्गन बोन मैरो थी. Self-renewing stem cell of the bone marrow is a fundamental process going on in the bone marrow. So here repeated treatments are not required क्योंकि bone marrow अपने आप को खुद renew कर सकती है. लेकिन severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome के patients जिनमें gene therapy की गई उनमें कुछ में साइड इफेक्ट्स देखे गए जैसे कि ल्यूकीमिया 3 बच्चों में कॉमन था. इसकी सबसे बड़ी वजह यह है कि जीन इंसर्शन के दौरान यानी कि जब फंक्शनिंग जीन क्रोमोसोम में इंसर्ट की गई तो शायद ये हो कि इस जीन ने ऑन्कोजीन्स को एक्टिवेट कर दिया हो. नाउ प्रोटो ऑन्कोजीन्स आर नॉर्मली फाउंड इन अ नॉर्मल पर्सन एंड through environmental factors, immunological factors or through genetic factors, proto-oncogenes can be converted into oncogenes. Oncogenes are actually the cancerous genes. यही हम severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome में consider करते हैं कि 3 बच्चे जिनमें ल्यूकीमिया के साइड इफेक्ट्स देखे गए शायद उनमें जीन इंसर्शन के दौरान ऑन्कोजीन स्विच ऑन हो गई हो. So this may be one of the factor.